we're going to talk value level 2. I'm just going to wait and hope that this is going to finish loading so that I can show you my screen. Here it comes. It's just being slow. On level 2, you're going to be asked some questions that ask you to identify the digit that represents perhaps the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. Now, as you do that, you need to understand that zeros, the number of zeros is important when you're figuring out what number each digit represents. So let's take a look. We have our example here. Our number is 2,222. I made all the digits in this number the same so that it might be easier for you to understand. We are going to look at this 2, which is in the ones place. And we're going to, let me just draw an arrow over here. Here's our digit. And we know that there's a 2 in the tens place. We'll take a look. I'm sorry, there's a 2 in the ones place. So up here, when we're looking at the ones, we see there's no zeros added to the digit that is in the ones place. So that 2 just represents the number 2. But take a look. We're going to look at this digit, this 2, which is in the tens place. So we'll go over here, and we have to note, we're going to actually write our 2. Oops. But then we're going to go up here, and we're going to take a look. Oh, the digit in the tens place, we have to add 1 0. So we're going to add 1 0. So we know that the 2 that's in the tens place represents the number 20. Let's take a look at this 2, which is in the hundreds place. And take a look at our example. In the hundreds, we know we have to add 2 zeros to that digit. So let's write that over here. We're going to write our digit 2, and we have to add 2 zeros because it's in the hundreds place. So now we know that that digit in the hundreds place represents 200. Our last digit is in the thousands place. Take a look up here at our little cheat sheet. Thousands need 3 zeros. So we're going to write the digit that's in the thousands place. We're going to write it right here. And we know, okay, it's in the thousands place. We have to add 3 zeros. So when we're writing a number in the thousands, we're going to put our comma and then our 3 zeros. Whenever there's 3 zeros and you start from the ones, let me show you. You start from the ones, then you go to the tens, then you go to the hundreds, then you put a comma. Now, if I were to write this in expanded form, I'm going to start with 2,000. 2,222 in expanded form is 2,000 plus 200 plus 20, because we're going to put the next number is in the tens. The digit represents 20. And finally, the digit that the 2 in the ones place represents 2. So 2,222 written in expanded form is the same thing as 200. I'm sorry, is the same thing as 2,000 plus 200 plus 20 plus 2. Let's take a look at our next example. Some of the problems on this level are going to have you determine the value of the underlying digit. So our example on this slide is 5,461. It's the underlying digit is the 5. We need to find out what number that digit represents. So look at our example. We wrote 5. It's in the thousands place, so we're going to write a comma and add our 3 zeros. That 5 represents 5,000. Take a look at this example. We're using the same number, 5,461. In this case, the underlying digit is 4. So we know we're going to write that 4, but because it's in the hundreds place, we're going to add those 2 zeros. So that underlined 4 in the number 5,461 represents 400. That digit 4 represents 400. Take a look at this last example. You're going to be asked some questions that are going to say which number is in the thousands place. Well, as always, you're going to start on the right and move left. We're going to go from ones to tens to hundreds to thousands. Well, that 1 is in the thousands place. So you're just going to write 1. Take a look at this example. Same number, 1,343. Which number is in the tens place, or which digit is in the tens place? We're going to start here at our ones, and then we're going to go next door, and that's our tens. So we're going to stop there. We're going to just write the number 4 because we know that that digit that's in the tens place is a 4. Easy peasy. You guys have got this. You're going to do great. Good job.